Hey orchid loving friends, may I present to you my Cattleya in waterculture. So this is my LC Takeo Flammea Anami. When I purchased her a couple months back now, I'm going to say 3 months ago. I should have looked at the date. I should write the date on the tag. That's what I should do. Anyway, when I purchased her, she came with a pot buddy. They were both independent little seedlings hanging out with non-existent roots. So neither one of them had any kind of root system that was going to sustain them for a while. So she came with the older bulb with one viable root. So it was a healthy root. And it came with another one on the new growth. There you can see the little stub of it, kind of in the middle. And then her pot buddy, let me just show you her pot buddy, is still in moss right now. So I did an update a little while ago and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be able to take him out soon. Well, I absolutely did. This one is still just has that one root that is, like growing perpendicular to the bulb. And then the new growth is what has the new root. It had one there that stalled, didn't really do anything. Let me see if I can lift it up. There we go. And then had, can we see? Get my fat hand out of the way, sorry. Whatever. Not enough. Not enough roots. Anyway, not enough roots. And she still doesn't really have proper roots forming. Now I suppose I could take her out, put her in a glass kind of sideways and let her do her thing that way, but I would rather just leave her in, the humid sphagnum moss to see if I can get some more roots going. Because that one root is fairly long and it is in really good shape. It is healthy, but it's the only one. So I'm torn because I know, what amazing things water can do, but at the same time, like that would mean that her original, there we go, let me lift her up. That would mean that her original bulb, see how much longer it is? It would sit in water. And I don't want it to rot, right? Like it is so shriveled. At this point, it's not going to make any difference. Nothing is going to happen with that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll make a decision for sure. But we are here to talk about this girl, this little beauty. So currently I have her on a semi-waterculture. So she gets a nice big drink, water level all the way up to make sure that all of her roots, so that is her original root there. It's kind of got a weird funky tip, but her new roots, these beauties right here, are doing so well. There you can see this line. So I put her in here about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. And that is pretty much where that root was then. So it has taken off, to say the least, and the other one as well. You can see it kind of poking through there, and then she's got this other one here on the top. So she's in semi-waterculture, fill the water all the way up, all her roots are in there, but not the rhizome. The bottom of the rhizome, I'm hoping, isn't really in the water. I leave her in there for the full day. I fill it up in the morning, mid-afternoon or early evening, I dump the water out. I leave her like that. She can usually go one full day without me having to do anything, without me having to, mist or spritz or anything like that, because I keep a bit of water in the bottom for some extra humidity. You can see the humidity all throughout the glass. This is the day after her watering. So she's still nice and green and looking happy. Eventually what will happen is I'll be able to prolong her cycles. So in between the watering, I might, I'll be able to add a day. But what I am doing is keeping a water level here. I want to see what happens to her root. I'm going to go crazy and see how she does with full water culture eventually. And full water culture being, again, just the tips in the water. So, I'll put the water there, see how she does. If she starts to just like over saturate, or if her roots, start to look super, super soggy, then I will just make sure that I continuously drop the water level down. But we'll see. Right now, she's just doing semi and is doing great. Like her newest growth, it's got that little round, fat bulb. And even her original growth has plumped right up. So it was looking a little shriveled while it was sustaining that new growth, but now it's doing very well. Plumping up, rehydrating itself. So super happy about this little girl. My first, and at this moment, only Cattleya I have. Well, technically there is 2 separate plants here. Technically, 2 separate plants. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll get to the point where they're both going to go back in the same pot together, like the same glass together. And then I'll call it one plant. I don't know. So, just to keep it simple, this is one plant. So my one and only Cattleya transitioning very well over to semi-waterculture. If you made it through my rambling, thanks for hanging out. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk soon.